Okay, so here's our example of continuity. F of x equals a piecewise function. We have 4 sine of x plus 5 e to the x plus 6x for when x is less than 0. And then 4x cubed plus c times cosine of x plus 3 when x is greater or equal to 0. All right, so the way that you solve this problem is that you want to figure out what is the value of x. Sorry, not the value of x. You want to figure out the value of c that essentially makes this function have no domain issues, right? Essentially, right? All function values exist, and also your limit exists, okay? So notice that the game or the rule changes at x equals 0, right? The first equation is only valid 4 sine of x plus 5 e to the x plus 6x for when x is less than 0. The second equation is true for whenever x is greater or equal to 0. Therefore, at some value of c, it's possible that you have something called a jump discontinuity. When you have a jump discontinuity, it's like saying that if you look at your hands and you draw your hands in this notion, it's pretty much like your hands have a jump discontinuity. It's like one hand is lower than the other hand. Essentially, what you want to do here is that when you apply C, to your two hands, you're going to have that your hands are meeting. Oops. Right? So the hands become like two arrows that meet at a single point. And it will be continuous everywhere. Because if you look to the left of 0, the function is continuous for all x. If you look at x greater than 0, as long as c is a real number, is always going to be continuous. It's just what happens at where your rule changes at. So to start this problem, to start off the solution, you begin with a limit statement. You say the limit as x approaches 0 from the left of your function f must be equal to the limit as x approaches 0 from the right of the same function, f of x. Now, f of x on both sides of the equation gets replaced by one of the equations that was given. So if you think about x approaching 0 from the left, does that mean x is less than 0? Does it mean that x is equal to 0 or x is greater than 0? What does 0 from the left mean? It's less than 0, right? So this piece indicates less than 0. X is less than 0. On the other hand, if you have 0 with the positive or 0 to the right, that would mean x is greater than 0. So this helps because I know now that I can use the first equation on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, I can use the second equation. We have the limit as x approaches 0 from the left of 4 sine of x plus 5 e to the x plus 6x equals the limit as x approaches 0 from the right of now 4x cubed plus c times cosine of x plus 3. Apply some direct substitution here. You're going to get 4 sine of 0 plus 5e to the 0 plus 6 times 0 equals 4 times 0 cubed plus c, what we're trying to find, of cosine of 0 plus 3. All right, work out the arithmetic. What's 4 times sine of 0? 0. That's going to go bye-bye. What else is going to go bye-bye on that side of the equation? 6 times 0. Now, anybody remember what's e to the 0? 1. So 5 times 1 is 5. So this number is going to be 5. Equals 4 times 0 cubed, which is 0. Now, cosine of 0 is 1. So since this piece is going to be a 1, if you have 1 times c, that's just c. So you're going to get c plus 3. Look at this equation now. This is a very simple equation now that you can solve. What is the value of c? 2. How do you get 2? Subtract 3 on both sides, right? So you can say c equals 2 is the solution. This is the value of c that will make the function continuous for all x. All right. Do you want to see what this looks like visually or no? No? Okay, you just want to see the arithmetic? Fine, fine, fine. I understand. Hurt my feelings.